Hey y'all, Melissa here with you today, and today's project is this petticoat or crinoline. Now I sewed this one to go inside the lining of a wedding dress to help shape it. However, you can make this for standalone or you can make it to go in the lining of a dress. Either way, it's going to help give your dress a nice shape and hold it away from the body. So let's see how to make it. Okay, here are the supplies that I am working with. First of all, I bought an entire 50-yard bolt of tulle. This is 106 inches wide. You just use so much of it when you're making this type of project. So on that note, I have the ruffles cut for the bottom, and this is by itself, this part, is approximately 8 yards of tulle right here. And then for the main part of the skirt, this is another over 6, almost 7 yards of tulle. And then I also got 2 yards of lining fabric. I've been cutting this stuff with my rotary cutter and my cutting mat. So I have a video linked that shows you how to use those tools if you're not familiar with how to use a rotary cutter and a cutting mat. I am also using a ruffle foot to do this, and if you don't know how to use a ruffle foot, there's another video for how to use that. So, to start with, we have this big skirt thing here. So this is 6 layers of tulle. They are cut at the waist to floor measurement that I wanted for this one, and they are gathered at the top. I used my ruffle foot. I set it to 5mm long stitches and to gather at every stitch. So I cut the tulle and then I used it widthwise. So this is the 106 inches widthwise, and then it's gathered up to this amount. If I have to gather it further to fit on the lining skirt, then I will. I also have these pieces. These are 12 inches long, and again, 6 layers of tulle here. These I basted together and then I ruffled them twice. So I sent it through the ruffle foot once, and then I flipped it and I sent it through the already pleated ruffled fabric through the ruffle foot again. So this next step here is we're going to sew this onto the bottom of this skirt to add some more volume down there. Before I sew that extra ruffle to the bottom of this part of my tulle skirt, I'm going to baste these layers together to give me a guideline of where I want to be stitching. So what I'm going to do here is I've matched up all my layers, and I am adding a pin every so often here at 12 inches from the bottom. And I will remove those as I stitch, but the goal is to get a basting line that holds these pieces of fabric together. Okay, you can see my basting line here. That's going to be my guideline for where I'm going to stitch this ruffle on. So I am just going to place this right on top of that line and keep it lined up as I push it through the machine. Okay, so I have attached the ruffle to the bottom of the skirt, and so now there's 12 layers of tulle here at the bottom. So the last step that I need to do here is to attach the top to my lining, because you don't really want all of this against your legs. It can get itchy. So you do want to put a lining that is going to be on the inside. So what I've done to the lining is I've sewn 2 basting stitches across the top edge, and that way I can gather this to the length of the ruffled skirt, the length of the waist of the dress that I'm putting this in. And I'm going to do that by pulling on the bobbin threads here. Now, to calculate the lining, to calculate how wide to make it, I did 1.5 times the hips for this dress to make sure there would be enough room. And you want to make sure, if you're dealing with somebody with really small hips, that length is at least as long as they are tall. Otherwise, you're going to need to add a slit so that they can still walk. So my next step is going to be to sew the tulle to the lining. I'm actually going to sew it a little bit below the edge of the lining so that I have this edge to attach to the bodice lining of the dress. Okay, y'all, I have sewn the lining to the wrong side of all of these layers of tulle. So at this point, what I need to do is sew it into the lining of the actual dress. But if you were making this as a standalone, you could do a couple of things here. You could add an elastic waistband if you wanted to. You could add a drawstring instead. Any of those would work if you're not making your petticoat or crinoline to sew into another dress, like if you want it to be a standalone piece. And check out this video for more tips, techniques, and ideas for sewing formal wear.